History tells us that anywhere between sometimes 7 to 10 years, property prices double. Yeah. So traditionally, a lot of people were getting into property investing because that there can be a huge benefit of capital gain over a long period of time. As long as we are finding the gap. Here's what you're looking to achieve. The main thing that we're looking to achieve is to find the what? Find the gap. What do we mean by find the gap? So what the gap means is, if I am going to buy here and over a long period of time, let's say this is 10 years here, yeah, then I've got my, so this is the 10-year mark, then I've got my capital appreciation. You see, this is where time, yeah, because this is time along this way here, time created this gap. Yeah, this is the gap here. So now I can either sell it and make a profit. That would be the flip style type of strategies, or I can now refinance it and pull any money out, maybe pull additional money out. Some people do this with their residential homes that they live in, because they've had it for a period of time, and the price where they bought it here, you know, it's now worth, you know, more, and it's over time where it started to become worth more, which is create that gap. We got to start with the end in mind. So what is the end in mind? The end in mind is the GDV. So just the term that's used for the gross development value. That's what's it going to be worth at the end. So you could say in this scenario here, you know, where we're doing this and we're waiting for this to happen, we could say that this is the GDV, because this is the point where I'm going to refinance, or this is where my capital gain has happened, and this is my GDV. But rather than wait 10 years here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to say, well, what project are we going to make happen? Like, how are we going to force it? Because this is appreciation, the capital appreciation, this rise up here. How can we force that capital appreciation to happen, not in 10 years, but literally within a few months? There's many ways this can happen, and we're going to cover a couple of basic ones here right now. Yeah, so first of all, what is the end? Yeah, what product can I create to force this appreciation from a place where, you know, it's lower right now? So it might be a product that is like a so flips, for example. The end product could be a family home. The first thing I'm going to do is I need to know what GDV is. Yeah, and then what I'm going to want to do is from that GDV minus a desired minimum profit that I want. Yeah, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus the costs. So once I've done that, then it's going to allow me to understand how much I can buy it for. Yeah, make my offer. So that now is where we're creating the gap. This is really what I bought it for. This whole section here, I bought the property and I spent money on it, and then it's going to take me to the GDV, and that gap there is what? What's that gap? It's my profit. Yeah, this is how it works for a flip. Okay, cool. So now let's go on to what might be a rental property. And then if we're going to hold it, still we start with the end in mind, so the GDV, and generally this can be done on 75%, but this is what we call the drawdown or the loan to value. Let's just keep it simple. So the loan to value, let's say 350k, 75% is 262,500. So the loan to value is what you want to concentrate on, but for this example, we know we can easily leverage 75%, still get, you know, some banging cash flow on the back end. Yeah, and then I'm gonna take it away and work out what the costs are. Yeah, once I work out what the costs are, then that is what I can then offer. What's the only thing that really matters? Gap. Gap. That's it. That's all there is. So let's break this down a little bit. So we need to focus on number one, the GDV. Yeah, next thing is obviously you work out 75%, or if it's the flip one, you're just going to say how much profit do I want. Next thing, number you need to focus on is costs. GDV number one, cost number two, and then obviously that's going to give you your offer price, and then there will be a room on, you know, calling, what words to say, how to get offers to the point where it's like 90% minimum. And then the other thing which kind of like does all of this is the demand. So, you know, you might already have an area that you're doing, but if you don't, then we need to be qualifying the demand there. So we can either search for the type of product. So for example, let's say it's a HMO, because a lot of people have said that. If it's a HMO, then what you can do is go and find where are those products advertised, like spare room, for example, and go and have a look of what is the demand, how many people are looking for rooms, what's the state of the product. You know, is the product any good? What is the standard of it? How much are people charging for this type of thing, and all that good stuff. Also, we can call the agents for this as well. Yeah, we can call the agents, and what we can do is we can ask those questions like, what's your quickest thing that rents? Like, what product is it? Like, if something comes on the market, what is it that you get rented out? Yeah, and then you can ask them about your particular strategies as well. History tells us that anywhere between sometimes 7 to 10 years, property prices double. Yeah, so traditionally, a lot of people were getting into property investing because they was understanding that there can be a huge benefit of capital gain over a long period of time. So this is how this is going to work then. Need to start taking action now. Action is following what we just said, and what we'll start doing is getting people rocking and a rolling.